Hi beading buddies, it's Kristen Fagan here with Softflex Company. I am jumping on this afternoon to share with you some of the goodies I picked up in Tucson and to show you how to finish a Kumihimo design with Softflex beading wire. Happy Valentine's Day! Hope you guys are all doing well and loving on yourself a little bit extra today. So I have a few things I wrote down so I don't forget. And for those who don't know me, I am Kristen Fagan. I am Softflex Company's website and online graphic designer. I've been with them for almost 15 years. And I also go to a bunch of the bead shows and share tutorials. I co-wrote the Bead Revolution with my good friend Sarah Ayler, who you all know and love. Hi Rochelle, good to see you. So before I get started today, I'm gonna share some goodies from Tucson and I'm gonna show a how-to on finishing Kumihimo. But I wanted to let you guys know we have a sale that ends today for the Trios multicolor packs. It's 20% off. The coupon is Love to Bead, all one word. And my favorite color right now, which I'm actually going to show you in the Kumihimo, is the dark blue Lapis. And that color... Oh, I have this design here. I did this design on a video about a week or so ago. So here's that color. It's sort of a navy blue, but not quite as dark with a little metallic sheen. If you like this color I'm using today, the trio packs that have that color in it are Festival of Lights. You get the lapis, the white quartz, and sterling silver. The fireworks, which has the lapis, the white quartz, and red coral, I believe. And the last one is the Tranquility Trio set, and that one has the lapis, the tanzanite, and the blue topaz. So really, really pretty packs. Okay, so I'm gonna roll over to my little table I have set up in front of the window to show you some of my goodies I got in Tucson. Flip you down and hook you up here. So usually I'm fighting the sun a little bit, but we actually have a rainy day here in Phoenix today. So, well, I get it a little bit further from that. All right, okay, good. So let me share with you some of the things I got in Tucson. I picked up these leaves from Goddess. They are based out of LA. I think Sarah got a few things from them as well. Hi, Karen. They are called realmofthegoddess.com is where their website is. And aren't they pretty? They are made right from the real leaf. So I just love how they have so many little details. Thanks, Valerie. Hey, Stacy. I thought they'd be super pretty in like a long necklace with this as the pendant. Hi, Mary Ellen. Thanks for joining today. So my next little beads that I picked up were these from Golem Design Studio. And their website is Golem, Golem, studio.com. And they have all different things there. I feel like I'm really drawn to the the golds and coppers and oranges and pinks lately. It's funny how our color choices change. They really have gorgeous beads. I love the one that you picked up too, Sarah. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't grab a plate like that. Maybe I'll find it online and pick it up later. So let's see. I don't remember the name of this next vendor, but I grabbed from her these little geodes that have open holes in them. And all of these are from the 2 Bead True Blue show that we were at in Tucson. And these I thought would be really cool. Either, I'll probably do them as pendants also, putting the wire through the hole here and crimping them. But I just loved the natural stone. Pretty geodes. And I picked up these really pretty African brass beads at the 2 Bead True Blue show from a vendor called H.E. Tunkara, Tunkara. And he had like a booth of African beads and fabrics and things like that, which I think I'm going to have to get some fabric next year. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I don't sew, but their fabrics are so, so pretty. The light is perfect. You know what? It's a cloudy day here, Sarah. So it's been raining, drizzling. And so it's like a perfect light. I didn't have to even use the tissue paper. I'll have to try that next time. So because I work at the show, I don't get to really have a lot of time to shop, and I tend to shop from our vendors that are near us. It's kind of funny, but it's like you just go around your little immediate circle, and that is where I found these earrings. My word of the year is light, and I keep seeing suns, and so when I saw these, I immediately thought of big, huge, bright suns, and so I had to have them. And they are from a vendor called Posh Jewels Worldwide, and you can find her at poshjewelsworldwide.com. And then, of course, I shopped at the Softflex booth. I picked up some of my new favorite color, the dark blue Lapis, which it's a little tough to see on the spool, but I'll show it to you in our design and you'll see it a little more clearly because this is just like my hot new favorite. And I picked up our garnet color because this is one color I've never had. And actually, I'm looking at it, it looks really pretty with this geode. So we'll see if I end up doing something with that. But so that was my new color that I picked up this time to try and play with. And I can't leave the Softflex booth without getting some more crimps. So I got some gold filled 2x2 crimp tubes and some sterling silver 2x2 crimp tubes as well. So I left myself one day to shop on Sunday after we closed the 2 Bead True Blue show, and I went over to my favorite little village, which is the African art village, and that is where I picked up these trade beads. And truth be told, I actually got these last year and I haven't done anything with them, but I wanted to show you them because there's lots of African trade beads like this at the art village. So I got that. I picked up some African shea butter that I absolutely love. And I got a small batch of this last year, and this year I picked up double the size. And I picked up this guy, which is for, he said it was for stamping, and it's made of wood and sort of carved. And I thought it could be really fun to try with painting. And so I plan to paint the top of it and then stamp it onto my canvas and use it in backgrounds for some texture and interest. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I forgot all about these guys. This is Peppermint Jim. He is a Tucson mint farmer, and I picked up the spearmint actually at a show in Phoenix a few months back, and I love it. As you can see, no, Tucson is not just beads and gemstones. It has so much random, wonderful stuff. So I love essential oils, and so I picked up the spearmint from them a few months ago at a show in Phoenix, and then when I saw that they were at To Be True Blue, I went and grabbed the peppermint also because I just absolutely love the quality of their mint oils. And they sell all sorts of different stuff too, like muscle rubs and things of that nature. And you know what I forgot is my basket. I'll probably have to show that to you separately because it's big and it's downstairs. But I'll take a picture of it and share because I was obsessed with these baskets last year and I did not get one. And this year that was like my main goal and I ended up getting two. And then I did go to a show where we looked at some rocks and gems at the Pueblo Gem Show. And this year I picked up this beautiful labradorite. I have been slowly working on a stone collection. I love how that is picking up the light. And this one just called to me this year, so I got this one. And those are my Tucson goodies. Very eclectic group of stuff. And although I love all of the beading and bead supplies, that's not all there is there. So that was kind of fun to show you guys a snippet of all the other random stuff I picked up. Extremely thoughtful purchaser. Well, you know, it was one thing I was laughing. I said those African baskets I thought about for a whole year. So I was so unbelievably happy when I purchased it because I had been thinking about them for so long. All right, let me go ahead and move all of this stuff off my desk so I can share with you. Softflex Kumihimo. So this project is taken, thanks Mimi, thanks Terry. I was happy to share. It's fun to be able to share all the goodies. So the project I'm going to work with today is out of Sarah and my book, Bead Revolution. It is the Copper Canyon necklace. Hi, Anna. Thanks for joining us. And my booth buddy, Miss Lucy, was working on this in the booth. She decided she wanted to make this. And so she picked out some new colors. We had a neighbor next to us that sold the beads, the little seed beads you need, the dragon scales. And she picked out the dark blue lapis because I was telling her how it was my new favorite color. And I just fell in love. Yeah, no buyer's remorse for sure. I really can't stand buyer's remorse, so I have to feel totally confident in my choices. It makes my husband nuts sometimes because he's like, just buy it already. But yeah, I'm a big time researcher and not a very good impulse buyer. So anyway, Lucy was working on this in the booth and I was like, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful in these colors. So this is Softflex dark blue lapis. It's the 8-strand 8-warp technique on the round Kumihimo disc. And it's using these little dragon scale seed beads. And they have kind of like a labradorite feel to me. They're like a silvery blue when they pick up the light. And so I wanted to share with you how we do this. So one of the things I like to do, instead of knotting it, because it's Softflex wire, you can knot it at the bottom, but it makes your wire a little more bendy, I guess. So I like to just do a bead stopper at the end before I get started. And then this is my Kumihimo weight. Isn't that cool? I know, it's so interesting. It's like a totally different texture and feel than anything else. And then I've got my weight down here, and that helps with the tension. And this is how my Kumihimo is set up from the beginning. So this is what it looks like when you first get started. You've got 8 wires and 2 wires on each side. And you take the bottom left wire, you pop it up top, and then you take the right wire and pull it down. Oh, I had did that already on this one, so I need to flip it. I actually did that one. So then you have to flip it counterclockwise and go bottom left to top left, top right to bottom right, flip it, bottom left, top right, bottom right, flip it, and that's basically it. The only difference, that is for this whole length of wire here. It's about 6.5 inches, and then you just pull up a bead for this portion. One of the tips that I did this time, because you can just take the Softflex, tape it into your bobbin, wrap it around with the beads, and that works. But I also strung on the beads and used these little mini bead stoppers at the end for this particular one to see how that would work. And it did fairly well. I liked that process too. Stacy, each wire is about 36 inches, so 3 feet on each one. The total piece takes about 24 feet of Softflex wire. So if you have a 30-foot spool, you have plenty, or you can get a trios pack and you can mix all the colors, but you would need to use all of the colors in that pack to have enough for this piece. Thank you, Gabriella. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to sit down, so I'm not going to be able to see your comments as easily. I'll try and pop up, but this is how I finish it by using 2 different crimps. We're going to use the large 3mm crimps. Yeah, the instructions suggest 8 40-inch strands, but it takes into account that you're making a pair of earrings also, so you can use the rest of the wire to go ahead and make your earrings. So when I did this particular one, I tried and shortened it a little bit to get a reading of just the necklace. So you've got the 3mm crimp tubes and then a little 2mm crimp tube that I did with the magical crimper, and that attaches to my clasp. Let me make sure. So I think what I'll do is just do the ending on this side. Yeah, Rochelle, I think when you always start with a little bit more to have enough to work with. And then as you get more comfortable in the design, I tend to shorten and sometimes get a little too short, but I tend to shorten it when I feel a little more comfortable with it. So I'm going to take out 2, well, I'll take out 1 and 1. So 2 crimps, 1 3mm, 1 2mm, and then I'll have my toggle. Yes, it's in the book. It's in Bead Revolution. I think it's on page, I should have said that page number before. It's on page 48. And just a little shout out, if you guys do have the book and you haven't reviewed it on Amazon yet, we would love, Sarah and I would love and appreciate a review. You can review it on Amazon even if you bought it somewhere else. Just makes it really helpful for new beaders to see how you guys are liking it and if it's something for them. Okay, so I'm going to take off my Kumihimo. Yeah, the booklet on just earrings is really popular. It's got a ton of great projects in there. So I've got wires that are all different sizes. This will be fun. So right now I'm using the large 3x3 millimeter crimp tube. Making sure I catch all of my wires in here. And I'm just going to wiggle that down as tight as I can get it. Just like that. So it's got all of the wires in that 3 millimeter crimp tube. And what I'm going to use is our Mighty crimping tool. It looks just like the traditional regular crimper. It's got 2 notches, a back notch and a forward notch. Oops, sorry, I hope I'm not hitting the table and making this jiggle. Let me just stop that for a minute. Okay. So you're going to take your crimp tube and you're going to place it in your back notch first, just like that, and give it a good squeeze. It'll give it a nice big divot. You're going to turn your divot 90 degrees and put it in the front notch, like that. You see that okay? I don't know if that would be easier to see. No, probably not. And you'll give it another squeeze. And you'll squeeze all the way around 2 or 3 more times, just cinching that crimp into the wires. And now you've got a nice secure connection for all of those wires. Now what I do is look at my wires and pick one that's sort of in the middle, and I cut off all of the others, leaving just one wire strand. So take your flush cutters and you're going to go through and you're just going to take that flush cutter all the way down to the crimp. Cut all those other wires off. And then you just have this one wire left. Are they waiting on you, Sarah, for a next sale? And now you just finish this part of the design like you normally would any stringing project. You would put, or anyone with crimps, you'd put the 2 millimeter. Hey Mike, thanks, nice to see you. You put the 2 millimeter crimp tube on there, and then 1/2 of your toggle. You put your wire back through your 2 millimeter, and then you just cinch that down. Gets nice and close. And now I'm going to use my magical crimping tool, which my handles are yellow, but the newer ones are purple. So if you've gotten one more recently, your handles will be purple, and it's the same tool. This tool only works with the 2x2 crimps and with the medium or the heavy Softflex beading wire. So you're going to take that crimp and squeeze it in there. It's going to make like a little ravioli, like a pinched square. And then you're going to turn it 90 degrees, squeeze it again, and go all the way around. And then you're going to trim off your excess wire. And that is how you finish a Kumihimo design with Softflex Company. Well, one way anyway. So in this particular design and in the book, I just left the crimp, the larger crimp, 3mm crimp as is, partly because the project in the book uses copper, so you've got the copper crimp and it just sort of fades right in, so you don't really even see it. And I don't really mind it. I mean, to me, that's okay. It's on the back of a necklace. It's not too big of a deal. But if you do want to cover it, you can always add a cone. And that's what I did when I did this bracelet. You can always add a cone that covers, see how my 3mm crimp tube is in there? That covers the crimp tube, and then pull your wire out through the cone and do the magical crimper here at this end. And this is another project that's in the book, Bead Revolution. That is the Kumihimo with Softflex wire and the Rizzo beads. Another option is if you want to create sort of a wild wire wrap, you can do that and make it like a focal point. I did this wire wrap on top of the end of this Kumihimo necklace and really just made it part of the design. So that's covering up a crimp tube and as well as a little bit of some extra wire then. Thanks, Mike. We're lucky to have you too. We're lucky to have owners in this company that allows us to express ourselves and create and push the envelope, and really, really thankful and grateful for you. So that is it. That is my tip for today. You could, oh, good point, Rochelle. Yes. With the patina paints, you can also paint the crimp tube. Sarah has done that. I haven't tried it yet, but Sarah's done that with success and it looks amazing. I've seen them in person in the booth and it looks really, really cool. And so you can use patina paints to either match your wire or to complement your beads or something along that way to make it look like a design element. So that's how you finish Kumihimo with Softflex. I'll go ahead and finish the other side off camera and put a picture up and see if I can get one with the color. This dark blue lapis is so, so pretty. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Oh, I'm getting updates on my phone. My son was missing. He was supposed to be in his friend's car, but they found it. It is complete. I do want to show you guys my African baskets really fast. So I'm just going to take you downstairs and show you guys that. Oh, and before I forget, we have a giveaway going on with Tiara Cast Components. It is on their new line that Sarah did a video with their products last week. So if you scroll down our Facebook page and find the video Sarah did with TierraCast. I think it's take number 4. And comment on there. Leave a comment of what your favorite trio pack color is and share it, and you'll be entered to win the giveaway. We're accepting entries to enter until the 19th, and a winner will be chosen on the 20th. So go ahead and take a look at that also. So here are, well, let me flip the camera around again. Look at that. Here's one of my beautiful African baskets. I have some blankets in there right now. There's one, and then I also got this little baby one. I also got this little baby one. So totally in love with those. Another great find from Tucson, and I hope you guys can truck out and make it one year. Talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.